Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Sky Factory 2.5. Today, I've got a lot of farm animals. As you can see, I've had a few things spawn in since last you guys were watching. Some of these are very exotic animals, including, well, but not limited to strange horses with people sitting on them. But the molten Ivar cow. And the fluid.witchery fluid spirit cow, of course. Which I think you can milk these cows for these contents, like molten Invar and liquid spirit from witchery. As well as, I think, is this bronze? No, copper. A copper cow as well. So we've got some strange stuff, but hey, they're a lot more productive than I would have imagined they could be. Not that I have been taking anything from them. I've been getting some wool from the sheep and feathers and eggs from the chickens, but that's about it. The farm is coming along all right. I mean, I've just been mostly letting it grow by itself. Carrots, well, the carrots suck. Just to say, they really don't want to grow very much, which does not lead well for me wanting to ride a pig around with a fishing rod, so that'll have to wait a little bit. Oh, 71%, almost there. Not that I really need the Ender Lily, because this has been going rather well out in the mob farm. Yeah, I see you, little dude. There you go. You just die. I added some more chests because at one point, if you look at my inventory, I have a whole bunch of loot bags. These have all been condensed down. As you can see, I've got a legendary one now, because the common and the uncommon were just totally stuffing these up. So I added a few more chests. It looks a bit sloppy, but I could fix this a bit later on. I was just putting a bandage on there for now, if you will. So let me close that up. And I did do a little bit of fixes here and there. I have an inventory full of things to talk about. You guys did a lot of comments. Got a bit of cake over here, a new cake from the monster mob farm. Thank you very much, guys, for the cake. Nice of them to remember me. But I had one here. Let's see. I believe the name is Idin Politicat. Forgive me if I've got it wrong. That helped me to figure out how to get this currently working, the controller that's part of storage drawers, provided that it is next to either a piece of trim or a storage drawer itself. It should connect to them up to a certain range. This is all within range of it. I believe it's like a 16 block. I can't remember if that's a radius or diameter. But if it's up against it, then it will connect to all of those. But you have to feed it items, whether it be from a hopper or pipes or something of that sort. And as much as I could put the hopper behind this and then stretch a double chest across the top of it or something like that, I really didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it like this. And it still keeps it looking somewhat symmetric, I guess. I mean, this isn't going to be my permanent storage unit right now. It just looks really cool. And I always wanted to have my own storage drawers wall. But you just put the items in here. And if they are represented on the wall, it will automatically refill those until they're full. And if there are any empty spaces and it's not on here, or it's already filled up the location, it will then go to the first available empty slot and fill that instead, which is wonderful. Now I just empty my stuff into this chest, and it all fills that out just fine. And I wanted these here just so that I would have some light for this stairway, because it will attract mobs. Even though I've got some torches on the sides, I just thought it would look nice. I do try to make things functional, but yet aesthetic. So, with that being there, thank you very much. And I'm going to go up to this new area here. I took some other advice. So let me get... Yidin, I believe his name is. I'm not really sure there. Let me, I need a tool in order to bust those properly. Let me grab my convenience here. I'll put his name down right here. Thank you very much for the suggestion there, as it has helped me immensely with my storage woes. And I've always had inventory management issues, so that's wonderful that you've done a quality of life solution for me there. Now, moving on to other items, if you notice, there are a whole lot of signs that are of a different color. Now, I could have chosen something besides wood, but for now, my resources are still somewhat limited, and I'd rather use them on upgrading the base and creating automation before I get things looking too fancy with the signage. So for now, it's a minor upgrade from the old signs to the new ones. And I'm keeping these ones here because I can't double stack the battle signs, but I really wanted to use the battle signs from Tinker's Construct. These are actually weapons that you can set on the ground, and they have a bit more space left to right, as well as 5 lines of text that you can use. So I think these are really fun. You can set them down temporarily with a sign on them, and you can also use them as a weapon. So thus the battle sign term. But that was a lot of fun, and that was suggested to me by Minecraft_S. Now, this person here, their name is actually in Chinese characters. At least I believe they're Chinese characters. So they suggested that I call them Minecraft_S or MCS. So I am going to put you on this new row over here. Thank you very much for the recommendation, and I do appreciate it. Now, there are other signs. There's the fancy signs, and I think there's bibliocraft signs and stuff. And as much as I could use those as well, I decided I would just go with these ones because Tinker's Construct is one of my favorite mods. It's really up there. I always jump into it straight away as early as I can, regardless of whether I should. But let's move on to another suggestion that I received. All right, this one here is going to involve me going over to this little farm. Now, if you recall, on the last episode, I had planted an apple tree sapling. And if you look here, I can right-click, and I get an apple. And then it has a not ripe, like a new sprout growing up on there, which is great, because then I just pick the apples, never have to cut the tree down or anything. Well, this suggestion here was that I take bone meal to one of these here, and I just start right-clicking, and I get a whole bunch of apples at the cost of just some bone meal, which I get bones for free from the mob farm. So I can turn bones, or free bones, into bone meal, and turn that into apples. Then I can use that to make apple juice, which means that I have an infinite source of food now. That is no effort, really. I mean, it's not really effort for me to just hold right-click on this, whereas before, getting the apples out of those oak trees was a bit tedious. I won't lie to you there. But there was another suggestion by this same person, and that was the exotic seed is a jungle sapling. And then there was another one over there, the spores is for mycelium, which I don't want mycelium down just yet, so I'm going to leave that where it's at. But I can't remember if a jungle sapling will grow in a non-jungle biome. But I'm going to try it, and I hope that this isn't going to get too crowded. I would like it if it grew in these 4 spots here, but knowing me, it's probably going to grow like here, and somewhere in one of these over here, but oh well. I'm just going to put that there and hope that it grows. If you guys know if it's a 2x2 base or if it's just not going to grow in the plains biome that I'm in, please feel free to let me know. I do have more seeds, and I could always just snag that one back up. So the person there was Ravin Singh. Once again, doing good deeds on my channel, helping me out to get stuff done. And I'm going to add 2 emoticons for both suggestions. And there we go. All done. Next up, punji sticks. So, as, let's see here. Rafa_VC99 has told me. I totally I think I threw away some of my extra punji sticks that I had. Whoops, I need a crafting grid first. At the beginning when I put them down in my mob trap. And I had totally forgotten that when I was making these, that you can upgrade these things. And by doing so, you just click more on the punji stick that you placed down originally, and you will get more punji sticks causing more damage in that spot. Like so, up to a maximum of 5 punji sticks in a spot, causing even 5 times the damage, I believe. I was already used to newer versions that pretty much already set and done, but that is fine with me. I'll put these away. So let me go put you up on the wall. There we go. Thank you very much for the suggestion. That was very kind. And while I'm at it, Infernus Fenris had mentioned something very, very helpful indeed. And that is, if I'm vein mining something, I need to be aware that vein mining will also go diagonally. So if I were to mine this block here, actually, let me come down here so I could better demonstrate. If I were to mine this block here, I could potentially get that block as well, even if these 2 blocks are not here. So that is a safety tip from Infernus Fenris. Thank you very much. I'll keep that in mind, probably as I'm falling to my death, because I'm going to forget it at some point anyway, but I do appreciate it, and thank you very much. Hopefully I will remember that. I'm still scared of falling into the void. I don't think it'll be very long before I get myself a jetpack, but we shall see. So I think I have at least one more. Yes, there was one more. That was place name here suggested that I put a block underneath the water source blocks. And that fixed my disappearing water source block issue. Apparently, in regular playthroughs of Minecraft, I don't usually use half slabs to cover the entire ground. I just use some torches. So that kind of fixes that problem right there. So let me put your name up on the wall. Thank you very much. All right, now let's get into this a little bit. I have an inventory full of loot bags, and I still don't know if they're going to have something dangerous in them. So I'm going to empty out my inventory a bit. You know what? Before we do that, let's go and I have a few things to catch you guys up on still. I kind of did a little bit of a little something else here. Now, of course, we've got the obsidian making thing here, and if it rains, that barrel fills up, which is annoying. I could put a cover over this, but when I did, it just burned up because it was too close to the lava, and I'm not really bothered by it. But I'm working on automating something else. I also put another water source block over there so I could make clay easier with those barrels. Because then I could just take water into the barrels with some dust and instant clay. But what I did was back here. That was these transfer pipes. You notice it goes downstairs. Well, let me take you down there and we shall see. Here we go. As you can see, I made a whole bunch of crucibles, which I've already made one before. And I took the transfer pipes and layered them all down here. So if you look, I have these all full with lava. Each one has about 8 buckets in it at this point because they're so full. So if I pick this up, let me move this bucket here. This is one of the Tinker Constructs lava storage units. They hold about 4 buckets worth. I can feasibly just kind of right click and boom, I've got 4 buckets filled right there. And I can reattach it to my smeltery if I want, or I can use these as my primary source of lava storage if I so desire, though I think I will go with something else, probably some portable tanks or something like that. But I was considering having these feed into more of those stone barrels with water on top, and then have the obsidian coming out of that and store that. And then I'll have lava production, obsidian production, and that'll be pretty nice. So this is just one step though, and just so that you can see what I did, just put one of these here, took one of these on top, and then, oops, did I did. I need a little bit of lava. There we go. And it doesn't have to be. Actually, I think it can be just a little bit of lava. Now, fire burns better, I found. You can see there's already stone melting in there. Fire burns better than lava, but I don't have netherrack yet because I have not made a path to the nether, though I don't think that will be very long at this rate. Alright, so I think it's time we open up some goodie bags and see what we can get. I've only opened, I think, one uncommon before, and I've never opened any of the others. I could be wrong. You guys could be able to correct me, but oh, an ender pearl. That's nice. Let's see. Oh no, I'm saving those ones for last. We're going to open this one next. Imp skin boots. Ooh, fire protection, feather falling. That's cool. Some string. Bleh. Nothing really fancy there. And then this other one. A saddle. Yes, that means more pig riding can take place. Iron, I am welcoming iron quite often. I do not mind it whatsoever. Thank you, Soren, for jumping into my hand every time. Now we're into the rare loot bags. Let's see what kind of stuff we can get here. Oh, I'm being trolled so hard by loot bags. This is ridiculous. I got a piece of string. All right, epic. Let's see what's epic in this one. Oh, there we go. A cobalt ingot, a great wood sapling, and some wheat. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Huh. Okay. All right, that one was pretty good. That kind of made up for the previous one. Then we've got the legendary. No idea what kind of stuff's going to be in here. We get aluminum or berry bushes. I have all the aluminum I ever want. And 4 dead bushes. This is legendary. Ugh. Okay. All right, that's it. So we've got a bacon bag and a Soren bag. Soren, I'm going to open your bag last. Bacon bag. Open it up, and we've got, 4 ham bones, 2 raw pork chops, and 6 cooked pork chops. Lovely. Actually, that was better than some of the other bags. All right. And finally, last but not least, the Soren bag, which has a couple of chests, a stick, and 4 nether quartz. I'll take the nether quartz. Actually, that wasn't too bad. All right. Well, there we go. All those bags there, and I don't know if upgrading them was worth it, especially that one that I got a singular piece of string out of. That was really cheap. Really cheap. At least that wasn't a legendary bag, I guess. But let me empty out my inventory, and I'll be right back. While I think of it, there was actually one more thing that I needed to cover, and that was brought up by Domorme. Open mouth smiley face. He was suggesting a cache instead of Java barrels. And for those that are unfamiliar with it, like me, these are caches, which they can store quite a bit of stuff. 1,000 units, and your lowest level takes tin. Your next level up takes tin and Invar, which Invar, I believe, is made with, is it nickel? Yeah, nickel and iron together, which I could feasibly melt that, I think, in the smeltery. Oh, yeah, molten Invar, so, which is made from nickel and iron. Yep, I'd be able to do that. So I think I'll just go with the first level and see what we can do with that, and see if we can upgrade one of them. So, tin. 1, 2, 3, 4, and grab myself, oh, not a stack. I'm never going to remember the difference between these and storage drawers, how they're totally opposite. But that's alright. It's alright. Moving on. A cache. Alright, I've never used one of these before. I'm going to put it down here. Oh, this is going to make a big mess. I don't have any duct tape. Or packing tape, or whatever it's called. Let's see here. Oh, I need some kind of... Yeah, not worth it. So, you know what? Let's try setting it next to this first. And... Hey, nice. That seems to work pretty good. So I might, off camera, take these and, wow, it's I don't know how much, it says it'll take 1,000, but I haven't really done the multiplication on there. Oh, yeah, this one will take 4,096. This one will take 10,000. Nice. And I could use this to upgrade the next one. Very nice. All right, well, I might switch these out or upgrade this. Probably won't do it right away, but I will do that eventually. And I do kind of like how it's got the little thing there. And I have my Wayla at the top left telling me how many's in there anyway, so I don't think I really need to worry about making the tool to read the quantity. But let's see. I have lots of things to cover today. We have making a watering can, crafting Minicio seeds, starting food farm and a Minicio farm. All sounds good to me. So let me get a few of these done, and then I can get into some extra credit stuff that I want to work on as well. Watering can. Should be simple enough. I believe it's about like 4 or 5 pieces of iron. I need a piece of bone meal, and I will need 3 pieces of wood to make a bowl. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Don't need that many actually, but let's see, is it... Yeah, that one. There we go. And I now have a watering can and 3 useless bowls that I am just going to toss in my miscellaneous chest for the moment. Now, I know that it says empty, so I believe I just need to right-click once on the water. And there we go. I now have a watering can. And this should speed up the growth of plants in like a 3x3 area. So if you aim in the center, it'll cover the area all around that and help speed up the growth of slow things like these freaking carrots that just don't want to grow. And the ones that did grow, by the way, would give me like 1 carrot out of like 3 extra. And the rest were just, I was able to replant it in the ground. Boy, these suckers grow so slowly. Ugh. Well, I do now have a watering can, and I could use this to water trees. I could use... Hey! A jungle sapling. It worked. Okay. So never mind. You guys don't need to tell me anything about that. Apparently, that is working out after all. Let me see if I can get some cocoa beans to grow on the outside of this thing. Whoa. I am so going to fall off at some point. This is ridiculous. Yes! It's working! It's working! That's right. I will have chocolate chip cookies in no time. Maybe not, because I really don't care about the chocolate chip cookies, especially when I've got cake. But let me put this away for the moment, because I don't need to water anything exactly right now. But I did make a watering can. And now I need to craft a Minicio seed, which I believe I need to look it up. Minicio seed, which is made with a bunch of Minicio essence and seeds. Alright, I think I might be able to manage that. Let me grab a bunch of seeds. Why not? Because I think I've got a whole bunch of Minicio essence at the mob farm. Alright. Let's see. In this one here we have 37. But I think I'm just going to take the stuff in the chests. Yeah, 46. 54. I'm going to be emptying these out between episodes now. I just wanted you guys to see the stuff that I was collecting minus the loot bags since last time. Wow, that one's just got a whole bunch of loot bags. But I now have a lot of Minicio essence. Wow. All right, well, I'm going to grab some more seeds then, because I might be able to make a whole bunch of seeds out of this. Let's just grab a whole bunch. I don't want to take all of them. Oh boy. I want to leave some just in case I need them. I know that I have a farm over there, but, you know, I don't want to mess things up too badly. And there's that. No idea how many I need or should make, but it's going to be 16. So there we go. And then I'm going to plant these, I believe. Is that what it wants me to do next? Well, first I should say craft a Minicio seed. Done 16 times over. Start a food farm and a Minicio farm. Well, food farm has already begun, and that is well on its way. I'm still missing a few crops, but that's okay. And I'm going to start over here with these Minicio seeds. I have no idea what is going, what these are... I've seen magic crops before, but usually people are like, hey, I'm getting into magic crops. And then the next episode, they're all like, look, I've finished with magic crops. And I don't know anything about it, really. I know it's really cool how you can grow just about all your resources. Wow, okay. So I guess by looking at it, it's telling me that it's growing some kind of green essency thing. And I know that the watering can does not work, no, on Minicio seeds, or on the magic crops. It will work on the regular crops, but not those ones. So, too bad, so sad. But we can now say start a food farm and a Minicio farm. Done. Use a sprinkler to water a farm. Doesn't work on magical crops. That's right, sprinklers. So, sprinkler. One of sprinkler. One of the things I've actually covered before because it's in open blocks. I've covered, I believe, just about all the blocks in open blocks on my open blocks series, bit by bits. I've got iron bars, iron and redstone torches, so this is good. Let's see, iron bars. Gonna need a couple of those, and 6 of these, and I'm gonna need a redstone torch. I'm also gonna need a way of crafting out here. I should probably invest in some kind of crafting grid while I'm out here at some point, because I keep on coming out here to grab those items. Or I should just start piping them all back in, but so many things to do. Oh my goodness. Well, let's see here. It was this, and I don't remember if it... No, it was top and bottom, wasn't it? Yeah. There we go. A sprinkler. And I'm going to grab a bit of... Where is it? Bone meal. And see... if I remember properly, these only work on a tank. But... I think you can also lay them down on, like, a regular block. But, yeah, I can't place them on regular water. I can't place them on there. So, yeah, I have to place them on a water tank. So, let me look up a tank from Open Blocks. And the recipe for that is obsidian and some glass panes. Alright, that's not too bad. Let me take a sip of my... No, you know what? No. Hold off on that. I'm just going to go for the full diabetes effect here. Apple juice and cake. Nothing like a sugar breakfast and dinner. But let's see. Gonna need 4 of those. How much glass do I have? I have enough. Just enough. So, want 6 for 16 panes. And then there's that. And a couple of tanks. And we'll see how this goes. So I believe... Oh, I might need a bucket as well so that I can fill it. Alright. It's weird. These ones seem to be filling back up. I don't know. They still work sometimes. That whole thing is just really weird. But that's okay. So I'm going to put this over by... No, it's not going to work in the Minicios. No magic crops. I'm going to put it right here by the carrots. And I'll put it right... Let's set it here for now. And I will fill it with some water. Come on. Yeah, it takes like 16 buckets worth of water. So you can fill this thing quite easily with pipes and such underneath, which, funny enough, I have an entire unit or an entire floor underneath this so that I could feasibly do that. All right, 16 buckets worth, done. Put the sprinkler on top, and alakazam! It is now good to go. And look, I have some bone meal in there, which should help things to grow even faster. It will use up the bone meal, of course, but there you go. And I believe it also uses up the water in there slowly, depending upon the version that it is. Some versions won't use up the water at all. Other versions will use up the water in there. But if you look, yep, 15,950 when I look at the tank. So it is slowly using up the water in there. But if you have it, this tank connected with an infinite water source and it's just pumping into it, then you should be set and you don't need to worry about it ever again. All right, use a sprinkler to water a farm. Done. Craft an iron seed, craft a diamond seed, use growth pulsars to speed up crop growth, craft a Zivicio infused armor. That's all a bit crazy there. Fly. Oh, I like that one. That was, yeah, fly. All right, well, I think we've done enough of these achievements today. I'm going to work on a little something of my own here.